off the vlog a little late in the day because it's already 2 o'clock. But what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Hannah. If you're not new, welcome back. I just finished attempting to drop off clothes at Buffalo Exchange. It was basically an epic fail because they took like 3 out of 30 items that I brought and only gave me like $18 for it. But if you've ever been to like Plato's Closet or Buffalo Exchange before, that's just how they work. I honestly went because normally they'll take what they want and then they can donate the rest for me, which is what I was really looking for because I cannot figure out for the life of me the correct or easiest way to donate clothes in New York. And since I'm moving, I've been like cleaning out my closet and stuff like that. So I was really looking for them to take what they want but then donate the rest. But they told me that their donation bins were already full, so they couldn't even donate the clothes that they didn't want to take. So now I just have 3 bags full of clothes sitting over there. Those shoes I'm not donating, by the way. I just took them off and left them by there. And I need to figure out what to do with them because Salvation Army and Goodwill and stuff like that are a hike to get to. I also think I have to make an appointment to donate. I don't know, I have to figure it all out. While I was over there, I also stopped at Veniero's, which is like a little Italian pastry shop, and I picked up some goodies. I picked up chocolate cannolis for the book club that I'm going to tonight. I joined a book club in the city with a bunch of girls that I went to college with. I was gonna take this off, but now I'm realizing I think it's tied at the bottom and that would make a mess, but I'll show you guys a little bit later. They're just cannolis, like homemade cannolis with chocolate filling and chocolate chips, and they are literally so good. So I picked up like 10 of them for book club. I thought it would just be a fun little treat for everyone. We read Hotel Nantucket for this book club, and I'm so excited to discuss it because I feel like I have some hot takes on it. I think on Goodreads I gave it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars because I just didn't love it that much. Like, it was a good book and it was a fun summer read, but there were elements of Hotel Nantucket that I was like, I feel like that could have very easily been left out, such as the ghost storyline. I didn't really like the ghost storyline, and I also felt like the book dragged sometimes. But I'm excited to discuss it with people that read it at the same time I did, just to get like their vibe of the book. I'm very excited for that. I'm obviously working right now. I just went to do those clothes on my lunch break and now I'm back and I have a meeting in about 19 minutes, so I need to prepare for that. But I just wanted to pick up the camera and say welcome back. I also just got a bunch of books in the mail yesterday and today from Amazon because you guys know my bookstore debacle in New York, so I've just been ordering books off of Amazon, which I know is bad, but it is what it is. I started Layla last night. I'm about 80 pages in. Guys, this book is weird so far, so if you've ever read it, please comment down below because I do not know how I'm gonna like it. Honestly, it does not have that many good reviews on Goodreads, so I'm already slightly scared about it. But I did not realize the storyline going into it, and I spooked myself out reading this at 11 p.m. by myself in my apartment. So yeah, TBD on whether or not I actually like that book. Then I picked up It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I want to try to fit in one more summary book before August ends, so I'm going to probably read this next. I've also heard Tessa Bailey is like a really good author that a lot of people love, and I haven't had the opportunity to read any of her books yet, so I'm very excited for this one. Picked up Love in Other Words. Finally, this book has been hyped up for months. Like, it is probably the book of the summer and everyone loves it. I also have heard that her other books are awesome, so I'm very excited to read this. When I was in Strand the other day, this mom and daughter came up to me while I was looking at this book and they were like, you need to buy it right this second. And I was like, okay, yeah, definitely will. I obviously didn't because if you watch my last vlog, you know that Strand used books are very overpriced, so the book was like $19 when I got this for $9 off of Amazon. So I came back and immediately bought it, but I'm excited to see what the hype is about this one. And then I bought another Lucinda Berry book. You guys know that she's one of my favorite psychological thriller authors. She's a professional psychiatrist, I believe, so she like actually specializes in the field that she writes books about, which I think makes her books like more realistic, which is why I really like them. So I'm very excited to read that one as well. And then I have one more book coming in, but it doesn't come in until Saturday or Sunday. It like wasn't on Prime, but it's an older Taylor Jenkins Reid book, so I'm very excited for that. I have to turn off the air conditioner every single time I vlog, but then when I do, my apartment heats up so fast, so this goes immediately back on after I'm done filming. Behind the scenes.
Hello.
I just finished my last meeting for the day. It is 3:50 now, and I also moved out to the living room because I was getting tired of sitting at my desk. I literally have been sitting there all day, so I wanted to move out to this chair, which is like my favorite sitting place in my apartment and one of the only sitting places in my apartment. But while I have some downtime, because I literally don't have any more meetings for the rest of the day and I'm pretty much done with my work, I'm gonna go ahead and take my quiz for school that's due this week. It's due on Thursday. I'm a little scared because the quiz that I took 2 weeks ago was way harder than I expected. She just put so many questions on there that were from the textbook, and spoiler alert, did not buy the textbook because I feel like I keep buying these textbooks for these classes and then I never end up actually using them, and they're always just so expensive. I also really don't enjoy when professors like plug their own textbooks, because I'm paying you to teach me, so just like teach me the material that you put in the textbook. Don't make me buy the textbook to teach myself, especially when the textbook is like $75. I don't know, that's just like a pet peeve of mine. So I didn't buy this textbook, and so far it hasn't been too much of a problem. That last quiz was a little bit of a problem, but also I was just able to like use my notes and use Google and use the lectures. It just took me a little bit longer than I would have preferred. And the first quiz that I got, I didn't really need the textbook at all. I got like 100%. So don't know how this quiz is going to go. It's the last quiz of the class, so I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I'm also hoping I do good, because right now I'm sitting at like a 91 for the class, so I know if I bomb this quiz, my grade's gonna go down like big time. So anyways, I'm gonna do that, and keep your fingers crossed for me that I do well. I will update you guys after. Update, I got an 85, which isn't bad. I was hoping for like a 100% because I really thought that I nailed all the questions. They were actually fairly easy considering a lot of the questions weren't from the textbook, but we'll take an 85 because it's not going to lower my grade by much. If anything, maybe by like a point, but it's not going to like significantly drop it, which is what we were going for. Obviously, I don't want my grade to drop significantly. So that's done. Now that I'm like really done with schoolwork for the day, I mean, I still have things due this week, but I can't be bothered to do them at 4:30 on a Tuesday. Sounds like a tomorrow problem considering they're not due till Sunday. And I'm done with work kind of for the day. I have like 30 minutes left, but like I said, I knocked out everything I needed to do earlier. I think I'm gonna sit here and read for a little bit. My book club isn't until 6:30, or it's not till 7, but I don't have to leave till 6:30. So I have like an hour and a half just to chill. At some point I need to make dinner, and I need to put away clothes that I washed yesterday, and I need to do stuff like that, but I'm kind of in the mood to just read. I also want to try to get through Layla a little bit while it's light outside and while I'm not spooking myself out, because like I mentioned, I tried to read this at 11 p.m. last night and literally like double checked the lock on my front door, was like turned lights on, was like really freaked out. So I don't want to do that to myself tonight, and I also just like want to figure out if what I think is creepy is why it's actually creepy, or if I was just making up a scenario. That doesn't make any sense, but I also like don't want to give it away if you haven't read the book. But basically there's like this weird paranormal element to Layla, and I just don't know if I vibe with that, and I don't want to spook myself out again. So I think I'm gonna read a little bit while it's light out and hang out for a little bit.
I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona.
Getting ready for book club. I read a good portion of my book. It has only gotten weirder. I don't think I like it, but it's only like a 290-page book, so I know I can power through it and just finish it, but it is probably the weirdest Colleen Hoover book that I've ever read, just as a forewarning. I don't think I'm gonna do anything crazy, just brow gel and a little mascara. I just want to feel a little bit more put together, even though it's just an all-girls book club with like 10 people that I know from college. For the sake of feeling good, we're just going to do a little something something. That is literally all I'm gonna do, but at least I look more awake now. What's up? It's the next day. Wow, this is really backlit. Is that better? I don't know if that's any better, but it's the next day. I'm having myself a little snack. I'm having pretzel crisps with garlic hummus from Trader Joe's. Basically the elite combo that you never knew you needed in your life, but you need it because this has been my go-to snack. last few months. One, it's semi-healthy for you in moderation. Two, it's just so good. I seriously don't know what I did before I had this combo in my life. Book club was a lot of fun last night. I know I didn't vlog after it, but it's because I didn't get home until almost 11 p.m. Keep in mind, book club started at 7 o'clock, so I left my apartment at 6:30. And we probably spent like 30 minutes talking about the actual book, but the rest of the time, like the 2.5 hours, we were just like talking and catching up. I hadn't seen a lot of those people in probably, no, literally like years, like since we graduated college. So it was nice to see everyone again and like catch up and hang out, like just, you know, hang out with like people that I don't normally hang out with. Anyways, it was a lot of fun, and we're currently picking our book for next month, so stay tuned for whatever that will be. I think it's going to be like a historical fiction book based on the way the polls are going, so that'll be interesting because I'm not a huge historical fiction book reader because I don't like history that much. But that's what I kind of like about book club, is it like pushes me out of my reading comfort zone and out of my comfort zone in general. So we shall see what happens. I just feel like this lighting is so bad. Let me change it up really quickly. I don't know why I wasn't here from the beginning, but this is so much better. I've been doing work today, a lot of work. I did a little bit of school earlier. I have been hanging out. I was literally so tired this morning. Wait, there's a bug in my apartment. Anytime anything moves in my apartment that hasn't been moved by me or isn't me, I immediately get paranoid. Rightfully so, because I have been traumatized in this apartment. But now I'm just on edge. I don't know what it was. I think it was a gnat or like a fly or something. Anyways, it's been a chill day. I was really exhausted when I woke up this morning. I forgot to set my alarm last night actually, so I literally was almost late for work, but I woke up at 8:55 and luckily I literally just rolled out of my bed and turned on my laptop. One of the perks of working from home, because if I hadn't been working from home, I literally would have been like an hour and a half late to work. So less remote working, I guess. So yeah, I've been like chilling, hanging out. I had so many plans to be productive today and nothing happened. None of it happened, but it's okay. Some days you just need to like chill out and relax. I finished Layla this morning. Guys, that book is probably one of the top 5 worst books I've ever read in my entire life. Colleen Hoover, I don't know what she was doing when she wrote that book, but that was not the Colleen Hoover I know and love. That was a weird version of Colleen Hoover, in my personal opinion. If you guys had an opposite opinion on Layla, please let me know in the comments down below, but I thought it was like the weirdest storyline, the weirdest plot twists, just the weirdest book overall. I did not like it, didn't vibe with it, wanted to just finish it as soon as possible, and I never want to pick up that book again. Personally, it was not good. Will not be recommending it to anyone. So did that, and that's it. Oh, I wanted to show you guys the cannolis. I brought back a few last night because we didn't eat them all. Cannoli reveal. Are you ready? You're not ready for this. Aren't they beautiful as I make a mess? I mean, they are just stunning. Picture perfect. They don't need a filter, as J Beebs would say. If you guys live in the city, you need to check out Veniero's because they make the best Italian baked goods. I've had several other things from there, but personally have always been and will always be a fan of the cannolis. So I'm glad that they didn't get eaten all last night, so I could bring a few home for a treat for me. I'm saving those for later. I try not to make a habit of doing this, but I was supposed to wash my clothes over the weekend and didn't, so Monday morning rolled around and I literally didn't have like pajamas or clean underwear. So I sent out my laundry to be washed for me. It is an expensive little privilege that I don't do very often, but every now and then when I'm in like a time crunch or I just have other things going on and laundry doesn't take the priority, I send it out. So I'm going to go ahead and put away this now because I didn't do it yesterday like I was supposed to, and it's just been sitting on my bed. So let's do this. It's also nice because they like fold it for you. Granted, I don't love how they fold the stuff sometimes. I think it's a little odd, but I appreciate any help that I can get.
I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. For all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the